Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching, for listening, for commenting. I hope that you guys are having a great holiday and a great New Year's wherever you are. I'm so grateful that you're choosing to spend a little bit of that busy time with me. And in this video, I want to speak to you guys about something that a viewer suggested recently that I thought was fascinating. He said that he thinks INFJs would do really, really well on a deserted island. And when he said that, I was thinking to myself, at first, no, we wouldn't. We love people. But then I started thinking a little bit more about it. I was like, let me do a video on this because it's such an interesting topic. It's basically the conundrum of being an INFJ, the contradiction of being who we are, that we love people and we hate people, right? These two extremes run in us really parallel. And so if we were on a deserted island by ourselves, obviously, that's the whole tenet of it. We're on our own. Maybe we have a couple of books. Maybe a little bit of a Wi-Fi connection. No Wi-Fi, nothing. Maybe books, perhaps. But mostly nothing. And we're by ourselves. The tenet of his suggestion was that, he believes that we'd be fine or we'd do really well on it because we don't like being around people. We like being on our own for long periods of time, just sitting and contemplating and thinking and analyzing. I mean, that's us, right? We love doing that. But I think, in my case at least, or perhaps I think in general, INFJs are fine being alone for long stints, but we really need to punctuate that with conversations with other people. We really need to punctuate that with excursions into the outer world, into the real world with people around us, different energies around us, conversations, friends, family, relationships, all that stuff. Like, I love being on my own. I totally agree with that statement. I love being, and I can be on my own for a long period of time. Longer than any other real friend of mine or human being. Really, I can be on my own for a long time. Really, if I could have food delivered to me, that's the only reason I think I go out to eat is because otherwise if I had food delivered to me and my internet's here and my water's delivered to me, why would I go out? Like, what is the point of going out? There is no need to. I have my internet. I have all the different things I need to do. I can talk to people on the line. I can do this work and that's it. I would never need to go out again, ever, unless there was an essential that I had to get. Even that I could get delivered from, malls around here. So I literally wouldn't have to go out ever. And I could totally be fine with that because I'm an INFJ. I'm totally fine with being alone for long periods of time. I know some of you have said that you've been alone and haven't had a conversation or left the home for 3 months at a time. Now, I haven't done that in the past. I've done 2 weeks, I think, max. That's the max I've done. But I could potentially do 3 months, I think, if I had everything delivered to me and all that. But the reality of it is that I know, the older I get, the wiser I get, that the more I learn about myself, the more I know that I need to be around people. And the more I'm around people, the more I learn about myself. Do you know what I'm saying? The more I learn about myself, the more I know I need to be around people. So the more I'm around people, I learn more about myself, and the cycle perpetuates itself. It's such an interesting thing. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Now, when I'm around people, I learn things about myself that perhaps I wouldn't on my own. Also, they trigger me in some ways. They kind of show me my shadows. They show me things that I wouldn't see myself. And also, like when I'm on my own for too long, I feel stagnant. I feel like I'm not growing. I feel uncomfortable. We are, after all, social creatures, guys. We are human beings. Even though we feel like aliens sometimes, which we do a lot, we are still humans, right? We still have this deep-seated desire to be around another human, other humans. I mean, we could go to a cave and live by ourselves, but I don't think we'd be happy there. I wouldn't be happy, at least. Even if I don't hang out with friends, even if I just go out and just talk to a food vendor of mine that gives me cow soy, or I just hang out in a mall, people watching, surrounded by hundreds of people, that's just good enough for me. I don't need to have a conversation with someone. I don't need to be with my friends or family. I just need to be around human beings, other human beings for a few minutes, few hours a day, a week, and I'm good. And that's like enough for me. That's like my limit. And then I just need to be on my own in my apartment, in my cave, and doing my stuff, reading, watching movies, blah, 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 right? Whatever I'm doing. But mostly, when INFJs are spending way too much time on their own, it's also like we're trying to escape from the real world. And that's not good for us either. We're trying to hide from reality a lot of times. A lot of you have said that, you're not very good at conducting like daily chores or taking care of like bills or things like that. And I know that about you guys because I know that about myself. That's why I've scheduled everything out. When I need to pay the internet bill, when I need to pay the rent, when I need to do this, that. I put it into my schedule so I know automatically when I need to do these things, because otherwise I wouldn't remember that, right? The only reason I can do these videos on a regular basis, on a regular cadence, is because I schedule it into my daily schedule. I use a software called Weekplan, WEEKPLAN, and I put everything into there, and I just follow that. That's it. That's my schedule. And if I'm done everything for today, I'm done for today, and I can just chill after. That's how I take care of it. I know it's hard, but that's how we need to do it. We need to live in this real world. A lot of times, we have a tendency to escape into our heads, of course, which is an imaginary world that we create, but also escape from reality and live in the ether where quantum physics is taking care of itself, and where time and space do not exist and all that stuff. Like the ether, basically. But we need to come back down to earth because we need to live in the real world, because that's where you are right now. Like, you might get enlightened in the future someday, and you might be able to go without food and water and sustenance and without social contact. But right now, we're still humans. We're still old souls, but we're still humans, living in a human body, having a human experience. And so we need to take care of the human experience by being around people occasionally. Occasionally. We need to take care of ourselves, obviously, and be on our own as much as possible. But intermittently, every few days, we need to go out and interact with other human beings so that we don't get stale. I also find when I don't hang out with people for too long, I forget how to interact with them. I have no idea how to talk to them anymore. I'm so socially awkward already, but when I don't hang out with people for a long time, I'm like, okay, how do I speak to these people? Like, how does this work again? I don't know anymore how to interact with them. It's really weird and scary. I don't like going into a situation like that because it takes me a long time to adjust again, and then it's really tiring. So that's why, in order to keep up with it, in order to keep up the practice of being around people, I'll be around people every few days. I'll go and hang out with a friend. And be like, okay, let's learn how to be with people. Let's learn how to talk to them. Let's learn how to interact with human beings. Let's be human for a little bit, even though it's easy for us to be on our own. I hope this makes sense to you guys. I hope I explained it to you. Sometimes I ramble on and I think to myself, am I making any sense? I hope I did. I hope that I kind of showed you my opinion on the matter, because I really want you guys to understand that even though we are ethereal beings, we need to live here, right now, on this planet, on the ground, right? Makes sense? I hope it does. I hope that you guys have an amazing day wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you guys the next time around. Bye for now.